Morning. Very disturbing news this morning. For the past day or two, there was breaking news of 3 police officers that just went missing. This is very concerning and very alarming, and I believe investigations are currently underway, but I just want us to watch this news and listen as we hear what transpired and why the officers went missing. Let us watch.
The South African Police Service has appealed to the public for help in locating 3 police constables presumed missing. The 3 police constables, Linda Tsebekulu, Kiamokhetsi, Boys, Buipele Sinoche, were last seen at the engine garage near the Grasmere Toll Plaza on the N1 highway on Wednesday. Right, and for more on this, we are now joined by SAPS spokesperson, Brigadier Adlenda Mate. She joins us now via our video link. Adlenda, thank you so much for your time this evening. Something very bizarre coming out from you today following that statement, a release by the South African Police Service when it comes to 3 constables who have apparently gone missing. Maybe let's start off here. When did the SAPS realize that these constables were missing?
Well, a very good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. We realized within the first 24 hours, you'll recall that these constables were traveling from the Free State, where they reside, and they were traveling back to work when they disappeared. So on the morning that they were meant to report for duty, their commander realized that none of the two of the 3 had reported for duty, and that is when the alarm was raised. But we also had a family member who also reported them missing in Bloemfontein after trying to get a hold of them on their cell phones. Their cell phones have been off since last week, Wednesday. Or rather earlier this week.
What are preliminary investigations saying? Because I assume they were traveling in a vehicle in which you have shared, and has that vehicle been found?
Well, at this stage, the National Commissioner of the SAPS, General Fani Mastamola, has assembled a team of dedicated detectives, a team of crime intelligence operators and counterintelligence operators that are on the ground. We have established a venue operational center that is operating 24/7. We've got various experts in that particular VOC that are monitoring this particular case. We have mobilized maximum resources to trace and find our own colleagues. We are hard at work. We are searching, we're actively searching for these police officers. We owe it ourselves to find our own, and we also owe it to the families to find these police officers. As we speak, we have deployed our employee health and wellness experts, our psychologists, our chaplains, to provide the necessary psychosocial support to the families of these 3 constables. At this point in time, we are investigating a possible hijacking and kidnapping case, but we would like to assure the nation that we are doing all we can, but we cannot do it alone. We are therefore requesting members of the public that have any information on this particular incident to come forward and assist.
Adlenda, is this perhaps maybe linked to some of the cases that these 3 constables may be working on?
Well, at this stage, we don't want to rush into speculation. We are allowing the investigation to unfold, but what is a concern to us is the ongoing attacks and killings of our police officers. When you look at the stats, our police officers are being targeted on and off duty because of the work that they do. When you look at the numbers from the financial year 2020-2021, we are talking 393 police officers that were murdered on and off duty. That is a huge number. For us as the SAPS, one police officer is one too many, so we cannot afford to lose our manpower, and that is why we have mobilized maximum resources to find these 3 constables that have been missing since Wednesday, the 23rd of April.
Anyone who is watching at this moment is concerned about how officers can just disappear like that. This is a great concern for anyone who's watching.
Good afternoon to you, Ngobile and your viewers. Indeed, it is a concern. We are, as South African Police Service, also concerned that members can just disappear. But of course, somebody somewhere is responsible, and hence we have this team that we have established, multidisciplinary team in Gauteng, consisting of the 3 provinces, Free State, Gauteng, and Limpopo. Investigating this case with a view to find our members. We believe they are alive where they are, and we hence will do our best. The team is not sleeping; they are working around the clock to make sure that we find this culprit and we find our members. I came here today to come and see the families, and we will continuously give the family update. We agreed with the provincial commissioner that there will be some people appointed to update the family so that they don't rely on any other story that via through the media.
Perhaps, Commissioner, just for clarity, we know that there are 3 officers, but you were just explaining to us that others are in crime investigation while the other one is with SAPS. Just clarity on that?
They are all members of the SAPS. 2 are stationed at Bloemfontein Crime Intelligence, and 1 is stationed at Parkweg police station, which is the police station where we are. So the 2 are deployed in Limpopo for Operation Valamgoti. They were on the arrest days. One of them had a birthday at home, so they decided to come home. So they were on their way back to work. So the one from the Parkweg police station, which is Constable Senore, is one of is a companion to one of the colleagues. So she was on leave, so she went with them to go and spend some days that side and then come back. So indeed, that's what has happened. And we are hard at work. We will make sure that we find them and we find the culprits.
And just perhaps lastly, you said you are investigating this video that's been appearing on social media. Just perhaps a highlight in terms of the misinformation and the disinformation we're seeing now.
The video that is circulating, yes, that part of the video that is circulating from the engine garage, that which has happened there, it is true. And the bakkie that came there and parked, and the driver came out and looked around and then drove. It's part of our investigation. We do have the guy. We are doing investigation. So he's a courier driver, and I don't want to come out with all the details, but is part of the investigation that we are doing.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is National Commissioner Fanny Masemula. He's adding, of course, to what they have been speaking about, Thabo. You'll know that the investigations are ongoing, and so this is a sensitive state. And as much as we cannot get as much information.
This is very touching indeed, and this is not a small thing. Imagine if an officer of the law that enforces the law can go missing. What does that speak of an average South African or those that live in this country? This is a very sensitive subject because we're not talking about just one officer or constable of the law, but 3 of them. Not from the same department, from different departments. I want to know your thoughts on what you think might have happened. What are your theories? I know there's a lot of conspiracy going on, but what are your thoughts on what happened? And what do you think will be the outcome of these investigations? Do you think they are still in South Africa? What do you think might have happened to them? Share your thoughts in the comment section, as this platform is designated for us to share thoughts, updates, and news, and interact with one another. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.